Hey boys, it's Cristo.
And Nicole.
Today we have lots to talk about RMMS.
About our classes, about our programs.
Enough talking, let's just get on with Stacy and information about the water cycle.
My name is Stacy, and today we're going to be learning about science, summit, and the water cycle. Let's go check it out. Do you ever wonder how clouds get rain? It's through the water cycle. The first step of the cycle is evaporation. The second step of the cycle is transpiration. And the third step is condensation. The energy that keeps the cycle going along is from the sun. Now that you know about the water cycle, the different water on Earth is pretty cool too. The hot water is less dense and cold water is more dense. So next time it rains, you know it's the water cycle at its best. Bye, bulls.
The fog comes on Little Catby. It sits looking over harbor and city on silent haunches and then moves on by Carl Sandburg.
Is that a poem?
Yep, it is.
I know some poets use figurative language.
For example, it's raining cats and dogs,
Which really means it's raining really hard.
Poems are usually used to express feelings, and sometimes are to cheer you up.
Like funny poems?
Basically, yeah.
Oh, now I get it.
Roses are red, violets are blue. This is the end, so goodbye to you.
Hey Maite, have you ever learned about the ancient caste system yet? Yeah, I'm learning about it in my history class. How about we tell a bull about it? The ancient caste system is a social pyramid. There are 5 groups in the pyramid, and each group has their own job in society. Wait, aren't there 6? Well, technically there's only 5. The last group is the untouchables. The untouchables were not part of the caste system because they had jobs that deal with meat. What's wrong with having jobs that deal with meat? It was wrong because the people in the ancient caste system were vegetarians. Oh, that explains everything because they changed their caste. It was based on the caste that they were born into. The caste that they were born into was the caste that they had to live in for the rest of their lives. Who was on top of the caste? The top of the caste were the Brahmins. They were the priests. Then the Kshatras. They were the warriors. Then were the Vaishyas. They were the landowners. Last but not least came the Shudras. They were the servants. Wow, ancient India is so interesting and there's so much to learn about here. I know, right? Well, that's it for us. See you next time on RMN. Branch from Minerva News.
As you know, 6th and 8th grade summit platform highlights a very important skill that we as young writers need to know. And English figurative language is a key part. But what is it?
There are 6 types of figurative language: simile, metaphor, personification, onomatopoeia, oxymoron, illusion, and idiom. Here's an example of a simile. Her brother is as strong as a lion. It's a simile because it uses 2 unlike things, her brother and the lion.
Here's the same thing but changed into a metaphor. Her brother is a lion, strong and brave. A metaphor compares two things like one is the other.
This sounds complicated. Let's talk to an expert here at RMS about this.
Figurative language helps a writer say many things all at one time because it has the ability of making the readers think about not just what they said, but how they said it. So if I want to say something like, "You're a really awesome person," I can say, "You're a really awesome person." Or I can say, "You're so awesome, you make me want to give you $100 million. And now that just shows just how awesome I think you are a little bit better. It's also important for students to learn figurative language because when students talk to each other outside of class, they always use figurative language. They say things like, "You suck." And they don't mean you suck. And they say, "You're the bomb," or "You're cool," or I don't know what you guys say, or "You're cringe." Yeah, I think they say "you're cringe." And they don't really know what they're talking about. Sometimes because they're using figurative language. They say one thing and they mean another. So if you don't understand figurative language as a student or a writer, then you're going to have a lot of conversations with your friends that you don't get, which might lead to fights. It might even lead to people falling in love. So you gotta be careful.
We appreciate your help.
That's it for us. See you next time on RMN.
Branch from Minerva News.
Hi, Bose. I'm Haley.
I'm Amelia.
I'm Alicia.
So what do you think mentoring is?
I think mentoring is about helping students and solving their problems.
Do you ever wonder what teachers think about mentoring?
Not really.
How about this? Let's interview a teacher, but who should it be?
It should be Mr. Valenzuela.
Okay, let's get into it.
think mentoring is a key element in helping the students along as far as knowing how they're doing their classes, not necessarily just in your class, but in all their classwork. It allows you to connect with the students in a different way other than teacher-student. You get to know them, you see how they're doing, you get to help them and assist them. So mentoring is very key in the Summit program, and very important to touch base with our students that way, to keep them, make sure they're making the progress and reaching their goals. Yeah, I think it's an awesome idea to have a mentoring program at any school, whether it's under the Summit platform or not. The reason why it allows you to connect with students, like I said, on a one-on-one basis. You get to know them, they get to know you. You get to see how they're really doing in school. They can share things, why they might not be, because sometimes things get in the way of their learning. And sometimes it's not always about just what's happening at school, but there could be things in their life that could be affecting them. So mentoring is a good thing, and I would recommend it that all teachers and all schools create a mentoring program. It's just very helpful and very supportive, very good support factor for the students. Yeah, I love to mentor. I think it's awesome because then I get to know the kid on an individual basis. We develop a trust factor with each other. I get to know them, their likes, not just their studies in school, their classes, but also what they like to do, who they are, their hobbies, what sports they're involved in, their personal goals, and things of that nature. So it creates a great connection, and then it allows us to continue this relationship with them, and just make sure they, especially after they go on, after your grade, you get to know them, and you kind of have this like, how are you doing in school, and they know that you care about them, and it's a great relationship. It's a great way to create good mentorship between teacher and student.
What did you think about the whole interview thing?
I like that now we know what teachers think about mentoring. Well, that's it for us.
See you next time on RMN and Rancho Minerva News.
I'm Victor.
In this science edition, we are RMN News, who are assigned to cover and stand in PE at Rancho Minerva.
PE stands for Physical Education, and we are lucky to have this excellent program here at our school.
In PE, we get to play awesome games like flag football, soccer, frisbee football, and Mrs. Kyo's class.
We get to play in the gym. It's fun because we do exercise like push-ups, sit-ups, and jumping jacks.
Exercise is important for your body. It helps you be fit and strong.
Hi, Bose. It's Rocio.
I'm Marissa.
Do you have any homework?
Yeah, a lot of homework.
Do you want to go to the library?
Yeah, let's go.
We should talk to Miss Travis while we're there.
Okay,
let's go.
Reading is important because if you do not read, you cannot learn some cool stuff like robotics and math and coding and all those different things. And also, if you read for fun, like on your spare time or whatever, you get to live somebody else's lives and go so many different places, and that's the reason why reading is important. Flexible seating is very important so that students can learn and collaborate together in their comfortable positions, and since it's flexible, they can move it around to fit their needs, like how many students are working together, or what devices they're using, or writing, moving things. So that's the reason. Yeah. I've been working at Rancho Minerva Middle School Library for 3 years, or this is the third year for me. I took over after Miss Cox.
Did you finish your homework?
Yeah, I finished it.
Well, that's it for us, Bose.
See you next time
On RMS, Rancho Minerva News.
Here at Rancho Minerva, we have a learning platform called Summit Learning. On Summit Learning, you have PFAs, or Power Focus Areas, which you need to take to pass your grade and not go to summer school. To pass your Power Focus areas, Summit Learning provides resources for you to study and learn about your topic that you're learning in class. To pass, you need to get an 8 out of 10 on a content assessment and you need to request your teacher to take.
After taking a content assessment, depending on what grade you got, it will turn a different color. If you got 8 out of 10 or higher, your focus area will turn green. If you get a 7 out of 10 or lower, the focus area will not change color. There's a line on the Summit platform telling you what day and how many more days you have to complete the focus area. After the line passes and you have not completed the focus area will turn red. If your teacher assigns you a project and you forget to do something or do not do well, the box will turn yellow. Bye, Bulls.
That was a great show.
I learned a lot about our school.
Same.
See you next time on RMN.